Greetings, Tigers. We are so excited to have you here with us for the ring ceremony. Did you know that the Alumni Association is more than a resource for the Clemson ring? We are your lifelong connection to Clemson, before and after graduation. We keep you informed on what's happening on campus and how your local community is connected to Clemson. In fact, we have more than 75 alumni groups across the country that you can become involved with. No matter where you are or where you end up, we have ways to connect you with other Tigers. We're also the keepers of Clemson's time-honored traditions, from homecoming to the Tiger Paw $2 bills, from the Welcome Back Festival to the Young Alumni Reunions. The Clemson Alumni Association helps to keep those rich Clemson family traditions alive. We're always celebrating our alumni, too. From Master Teacher and the Roaring Ten Alumni Awards, the Distinguished Service Award, and Honorary Alumni, the Clemson Alumni Association recognizes individuals who exude the essence of Clemson. We hope you'll always keep your contact information up to date with us so we can tell you about all the ways you can stay connected, keep involved, and of course, when to come back home to Clemson for special celebrations. Don't forget to check out our social media sites where you can stay up to date with all things Clemson. Just search for Clemson Alumni on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can learn all about the Clemson Alumni Association at clemson.edu/alumni. Congratulations on receiving your Clemson ring, and go Tigers!
Good morning. Welcome to the Spring 2023 Clemson Ring Ceremony. This morning, the Clemson rings that you will receive today have been on display at the entrance to the Scroll of Honor under the watchful guard of the ROTC cadets. The rings have been available there to provide you the opportunity to find yours and privately reflect on the awesome responsibility that comes with wearing the Clemson ring. 4, as you will hear throughout today's ceremony, the Clemson ring is not only a symbol of personal accomplishment, it is also a call for personal action in service to others and to our alma mater. At this time, please rise as members of the Clemson University Air Force ROTC Detachment 770 brings forward the Clemson rings for today's ceremony, led by the Clemson Corps, an alumni constituency group who once participated in Clemson's ROTC program as students, and who is now dedicated to continuing Clemson's military heritage while developing opportunities to commemorate the military history of our great university. You may be seated. Hello, everybody. My name is Clark Riebel. I have the pleasure of serving on the Student Alumni Council, as well as being the Student Body Vice President-elect. We are grateful and honored to have the Clemson cadets serve as the bearers of the rings for presentation to their classmates. As part of today's program, you will learn about the history and traditions of the Clemson ring, beginning with the first graduating class in 1896 when Clemson was a military college. Cadets were the first students to wear the Clemson ring, and they became the first Clemson alumni to demonstrate to the world the qualities and ideals that the Clemson ring represents. The cadets here today remind us of the unbroken connection that now spans 127 years between our university's proud military heritage and our beautiful Clemson ring. Today's program will also include the story of one of Clemson's most distinguished and beloved alumni, the late Brigadier General Ben Scarden. You will learn how, during the Second World War, General Scarden's life was saved by 2 other former Clemson cadets and by the Clemson ring. A quote from General Scarden about our duty to serve others marks the entrance to Memorial Park, which is next to the Scroll of Honor and across the street from Memorial Stadium. The quote begins a pathway through the park that leads the visitors to a profound question: how will you serve? The answer to that question is personal for each of us and is uniquely significant for all who wear the Clemson ring. We challenge you today to begin your own reflection of what this very important question means to you as you prepare to leave Clemson and make your impact on the world. Congratulations as you embark on your next phase of the Clemson experience with your Clemson ring. Thank you.
My thoughts often wander through these upper South Carolina hills that shelter the university that forms a common bond for many thousands of people who have studied here, or taught here, or worked here. There's something in these hills that has touched every one of them, something that has rubbed off on them in varying degrees, something that is built within the breasts of all Clemson men and women, an enduring spark akin to an eternal pride. There's something in these hills. It was here when a handful of fledgling faculty members greeted a relatively small band of 446 students more than 100 years ago. That was shortly after convict labor had completed an administration building and clock tower that still dominate these Blue Ridge foothills with a timelessness and serenity that impart inspiration and strength anew each time they are looked upon. There's something in these hills that has endeared itself to an endless procession of administrators, teachers, students, secretaries, and workmen. Hundreds of names pass through my consciousness, names of people who gave selflessly of themselves to build the institution nestled here, and who at one and the same time mined the priceless something the hills contain, and returned to them still more of it. There's something in these hills, and from them we have drawn the power to transcend the stresses and strains that tug away to make things come unglued in these disquieting times. The power to cut through such modern concepts and such modern facts as generation gaps, communication gaps, and ideological gaps. There's something in these hills that has bound together a man of over 90 and a woman under 20. Something that has given them a common ground on which to stand and a start toward bridging and eliminating any gap or any stress or any strain that might try to make unglued whatever they seek for themselves as they move out of these hills into the mountains, the plains, the oceans, the forests, the skies, and the storms of life. There is something in these hills that you and I can't define and others can't understand. A wave of warmth always surges through me when outsiders say, I don't know what it is about you Clemson people, but your undying love for Clemson is admired by everyone I know. There's something in these hills, and I suspect that's what it is. The ability of an institution through the unending dedication and greatness of its people, its administration, its faculty, its staff, its students, and alumni to impart to all it touches a respect, an admiration, an affection that stands firm in disquieting times, when things around it give impressions of coming unglued. There is something in these hills that brings together and binds together and holds together
men and women of all persuasions,
of all heights, sizes, weights, and cultural backgrounds.
Something that cuts across every difference, spans every gap, penetrates every wall.
Something that makes a man or a woman stand taller, feel better, and say with a high pride to all within earshot,
I went to Clemson.
Good morning. Welcome to the 2023 Spring Ring Ceremony. My name is Parker Stambaugh, and I am the president of the Clemson Student Alumni Association and Student Alumni Council. It is an honor to be with each of you today as you participate in one of Clemson's greatest traditions. Placing the Clemson ring on your finger today not only signifies that you are close to graduation, it is a forever reminder of your time, your life, and your experiences while you were on Clemson's campus. It will forever connect you to the many alumni you will meet throughout your life after you have crossed a future stage to receive your Clemson diploma. It will forever connect you to Clemson and to each other. It will forever remind you of the importance of loyalty and service. And it will forever remind you of this day. We are honored to have many special guests with us, from each student receiving your Clemson ring and your families who have joined you for this special occasion, to our guest speakers who will provide a glimpse into what the Clemson ring means to the entire Clemson family. First, please join me in welcoming the members of our distinguished stage party. Our University President, Dr. Jim Clements, Vice President and Dean of Students, Dr. Chris Miller, Chair of the Clemson Alumni Association Board of Directors, Mr. Jeff Duckworth, and Chief Executive Officer of the Clemson Alumni Association, Mr. Will Brazington. Join me in a round of applause for these special guests. Thank you. And now, I'd like to invite our Master of Ceremonies and the leader of our Alumni Association, Mr. Will Brazington, to come forward to begin our program. Please welcome Will Brazington.
Well, good morning. It's a privilege to have each of you here to participate in this ring ceremony. Today is a very special day. Our team here at the Clemson Alumni Association, along with our Student Alumni Council, has been working diligently to create for you today's memorable experience. Students, you have already created many memories that you will hold dear for the rest of your life. And today we celebrate a uniquely remarkable milestone in your Clemson journey as each of you joins the more than 176,000 living alumni around the world who have earned the right to wear the Clemson ring. To the parents and the guests of those being honored today, we thank you for taking the time to travel here to experience this special moment with your student. The Clemson Alumni Association is proud to host the ring ceremony as part of our ongoing mission to celebrate and to enhance the lifelong connections that define the Clemson experience, and to serve and enable all who love Clemson to remain actively involved in the advancement of our university. We are committed to helping alumni remain ever loyal to Clemson and to elevating and celebrating the many contributions that our Clemson alumni make in service to others. The association brings together alumni of all ages, all races, all geographies to keep their flame for Clemson alive and glowing. And we do this through events, alumni benefit programs, regular communications, all so that our alumni will always feel that they are a part of our Clemson family. And Of particular importance to those of you who will soon graduate, the Alumni Association provides an array of services and networking opportunities to help our recent graduates begin their careers. More than anything, your Clemson Alumni Association unites all those who proudly wear the Clemson ring in celebrating our special kinship. As I mentioned earlier, our mission is to keep all members of our family engaged in, informed about, and excited and inspired by all that is happening at Clemson and with our alumni. Nothing symbolizes the connection that we share more beautifully or more powerfully than the Clemson ring. You see, over time, the Clemson ring has changed just a little, but its tradition has always remained the same. And now you too are a part of that tradition. Would you please enjoy the following video, which highlights the special history of our Clemson ring, which dates all the way back to the first graduating class of 1896.
Your ring tells a story of the journey you took to get here, the dreams, the sacrifices, the grit. Your ring tells a story of opportunity, of newly opened doors, your key, a game changer, a career starter, a conduit to success. Your ring tells a story of legacy, the history of those who came before you, those who dared to be extraordinary in their pursuit of excellence. Your ring tells a story of selfless service, of wars fought and battles won, the thousands of bold men and women who risked it all and didn't hesitate to do so. Your ring tells a story of the dreamers and doers, the ones who dare to change the status quo, the students who become professionals, the interns who become experts, the leaders who become heroes. Your ring tells a story of kinship, of an unspoken bond. This is what family feels like. Our alma mater runs deep. This unwavering connectedness survives in a world that can easily divide us. Who shall separate us now? No one. Your ring tells a story of the person wearing it now, and the person wearing it 100 years ago. A lifelong network of family. Your ring tells a story of humble beginnings. The first ring formed and cut in 1896. The evolution of this small but mighty silver and gold Taurus. The updates, the upgrades, the tributes, the honor, the eagle of peace, the palmetto, the star, the hope. Dum spiro spero spes. As long as you have breath, you can fight on. Your ring tells a story of Clemson pride, of homegrown glory, unstoppable Tigers, of championships won and victories to come. Your ring tells your story, your journey to get here, your blueprint for success. Your ring is your family, your link to the past, present, and future of Clemson. Your friends, your classmates, your people. It's so much more than a ring. It's your story, a part of who you are. It is your part of our story. Wear it with pride. Tiger pride.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Helena Hardy, and I'm Vice President of the Student Alumni Council and the Student Alumni Association. As a Clemson student and a representative of the student body, it is my pleasure to join you on such a special occasion. As a group, we have overcome so much. We face the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Yet we have bonded together as a family in solidarity and love. And today we will strengthen that bond by joining together and wearing the Clemson ring. Along with graduation, this will be one of the most important moments in your college career. I hope you will cherish it as much as I know I did when I received my ring. But we wouldn't be here today without the faithful leadership of our president of our alma mater. President Clements has a major impact on this great university in service to students, to faculty and staff, and to alumni everywhere. He is a nationally recognized voice in higher education who is leading Clemson to unprecedented levels of achievement. Since he joined Clemson in 2013, undergraduate applications have increased to more than 220%, while student success measures, such as retention and graduation rates, have risen to record heights. And during that same time period, annual research expenditures have steadily increased to the current all-time high of more than $250 million. He has helped raise more than $1.7 billion in private support for our students and faculty, and the university has invested more than $1 billion in new construction. Everyone, please join me in welcoming to the stage the 15th president of Clemson University, Dr. Jim Clements.
Well, thank you, Helena, for that wonderful introduction. Good morning, go Tigers. Good morning, go Tigers. All right, thank you all for being here for this wonderful ceremony. I'm honored to be with you on this very special day for your ring ceremony. I can tell you this is one of my favorite traditions. Will you please help me thank Parker Stambaugh and Helena Hardy for their service as President and Vice President of the Student Alumni Council. And please help me thank undergraduate President-elect Ashley McCullum and Vice President-elect Clark Riebel. I appreciate their leadership and the important work that they do. I also want to thank the chairs for the ring ceremony, Riley Dowling and Parker Stambaugh. I know they put in a lot of work for this event. Would you please help me thank them and the other students for all of their hard work? And I want to thank my colleagues on the stage, Will Brasington, Chief Executive Officer of the Alumni Association, Jeff Duckworth, Chair of the Board of the Clemson Alumni Association, and Dr. Chris Miller, Vice President for Student Affairs. Would you please help me thank them one more time? The ring ceremony is indeed another great Clemson tradition, and it's always a special day, but it now holds even more meaning for me. 2 years ago, my wife and I were named honorary alum, and we were presented with our very own Clemson rings at a surprise announcement. Beth and I were humbled and honored to be named honorary alums, and we wear our rings with great pride as members of the alumni family. And I'm proud to wear my Clemson ring today as I present each of you with your Clemson ring. You know, rings are important things. They have tangible value, as you will see later in a video in the ceremony about my dear friend, General Ben Scarden, who passed away last November at the age of 104. He was one of the greatest individuals in the history of this university. Rings also have great symbolic value. The ring that I wear every day symbolizes the commitment that my wife and I made on our wedding day more than 32 years ago. My wedding ring celebrates the birth of a new family, my family. And in a similar way, your Clemson ring symbolizes a rite of passage for you. And today is an important milestone on your journey here at Clemson. For many of you, that journey started right here with freshman convocation, when I had the chance to welcome you to Clemson. And it will continue when we meet again at graduation and you receive your diploma. But what does this day, Ring Day, actually signify? First, it means that you have successfully completed at least 90 credit hours towards earning your degree. So please pat yourselves on the back. That is quite an accomplishment at one of the best public universities in the country. About 3/4 of your college career is now behind you, and the end is in sight. Second, it means that you have chosen a major field of study and a career path that you will follow. Your future beyond Clemson as an independent, self-sufficient adult is taking shape. Parents, I know that you are happy about that, and we thank you for your support. Finally, many of you will leave this ring ceremony absolutely determined to make the best possible use of the time you have left here at Clemson. I felt that way during my senior year in college, and I know that you will too. Savor this time, use it wisely, and make it meaningful. You will never have a better chance to learn so much from so many diverse people as you will on this campus. Wear your ring with great pride and with the understanding that upon graduation you will join a family of more than 176,000 living alumni around the world. This is an opportunity, but is also a responsibility. You will be an ambassador for Clemson wherever you travel. Your ring will be a conversation starter, and it will open doors for you. Soon you will add your story to the ring stories that you hear today. So it's truly an honor for me to present you with your Clemson ring today. Congratulations again. Thank you for inviting me to be a part of your journey here at Clemson. May God bless you all, and go Tigers!
Good morning, Tigers. My name is Ashley McCullum, and I have the awesome opportunity to serve on the Student Alumni Council and as your student body president-elect. Standing in front of you today brings me great joy and adds so much value to my Clemson experience. I am also receiving my Clemson ring today, and I couldn't be more honored and excited for this moment. I know all of you are feeling it too. To some, this ring may seem just like another piece of jewelry to add to a collection. But here at Clemson, it means so much more to those who wear it. It's the physical representation of the bond that exists between Clemson alumni near or far, and serves as a conversation starter to those who notice you wearing your Clemson ring. The Clemson ring will soon hold a special place in your heart, much like it does for the many alumni who wear it today. From now on, and for years to come, you will be able to look at your ring and reminisce on the special interactions, impactful people, and the memories you made during your time here at this wonderful institution. I would like to take a brief moment to share with you why today's ceremony is something I never thought I'd be looking forward to. It all started with my older sister touring colleges. As the younger sibling, I was always seen by my sister's side. I was brought along on every college tour my sister was interested in. This led to my sister's tour of Clemson. She really liked the university. So after her visit, she continued her research on Clemson and discovered that it was truly the school for her. Throughout her time at Clemson, I had the great opportunity to visit, experience, and get exposed to all the resources that Clemson offered to her as a student. So eventually, it became my time to look at colleges. And as the younger sibling, it was assumed that I would follow in the footsteps of the older sibling. Well, I'm here to tell you, that was not, and I am not a part of that assumption. I wanted to find my own college experience. I toured several colleges and applied to all out-of-state colleges and schools, and Clemson. When it was time to decide where I wanted to go, it was down to 2 schools, and one of them was Clemson. I remember saying to my dad, I don't want to go to Clemson because I want to be able to create my own path and not mirror my sister's path. He wisely shared with me that I could intentionally make my own unique experience at Clemson without the influence of my sister. In the end, I found that my faith led me to the decision of coming to Clemson, and I'm forever grateful that I was obedient. I would have never met so many great people, met my best friends, followed my passion of learning American Sign Language, or even work in my favorite building on campus, Sykes Hall. Many people from home ask me why I chose Clemson, and I tell them there is a special pulse at Clemson. Immediately when you step on this campus, you feel the attraction to the school. This attraction is because students and alumni have been so vested in our university for many generations, as I know each of you are. I am grateful to get my Clemson ring with all of you and have the opportunity to experience the positive pulse of Clemson today, as we are now forever connected by this symbolic ring, the Clemson ring. No matter the similarities or differences we may have, there is a common thread that ties us together, and that is the Clemson ring. And we are not the first to feel this bond. Momentarily, you will hear the profound story of a very special ring that belonged to the late General Ben Scarden, a member of the Clemson's class of 1938. Following a distinguished military career, he returned to Clemson as a professor of English. During that second career, Clemson selected him as the Alumni Master Teacher in 1977. In 2002, he received the Alumni Association highest award for distinguished service. And in 2020, he received the university's highest public honor, the Clemson Medallion. And shortly before passing, he received an honorary promotion to rank of the Brigadier General. Today, we are honored to have the opportunity to hear his amazing story and how his Clemson ring literally saved his life.
For years, the Tigers who came before you have heard the story of Colonel Ben Scarden, a Clemson graduate who bravely fought in World War II. He became a prisoner of war, forced to participate in the Bataan Death March after the 3-month Battle of Bataan in April 1942. More than 60,000 American and Filipino troops were made to march through the country while suffering extraordinary physical abuse. And it's estimated that 1/3 of the prisoners died. If not for his Clemson ring, Colonel Scarden would have been one of them. This is his story.
The Bataan Death March occurred at the surrender of the American Filipino forces in April of 1942 on the Bataan Peninsula. And so we soon realized as we made the march that the guards were looking for rings, watches. I took my ring off and I rolled it up in my sleeve, I believe. From then on, I became very, very protective of the ring. Never to pull it out and look at it or anything else, but I knew where it was. I was in very, very bad health in prison camp, and there was no medicine, no way of improving your health. And then when it got to where I was going to have to be put over in what they call the hospital area in the 0 ward, because that's where they took people that couldn't do anything for us, and no one ever returned from there. Henry Otis took care of me. Otis was able to let it be known that he knew of a gold ring was for trade for food, and they mixed up chicken and rice, and they spoon-fed me because I had couldn't see very well for one thing. But I responded to that so well, my appetite was restored, and I was whole again, so to speak. Well, I've often thought about my little gold ring, which I'd hidden for so long, and I had no qualms about turning it over to Otis for this exchange because there was nothing else that could be done. But I've always thought about that ring. And when I was married in 1947, my wife, as an engagement present, had my brother, who was a Clemson graduate, replace the ring. And I've had it ever since, naturally, and I take a great pride and glory in having a ring that fits and one that I'm very, very proud of.
As you receive your ring today, you will go forward to create your own unique story. You too will face your own challenges and triumphs. And while we can't imagine what some of the Tigers before us have endured, know this: these rings will continue to bind us together and make us all stronger, year after year.
Wow. What a powerful story from a truly great American and a legendary Clemson Tiger. It's always such an inspiration to hear General Scarden's story so that all who wear the Clemson ring, including each of us here today, can truly understand the bond of the Clemson family and the significance of the Clemson ring. I'd like to share an additional reflection on another important lesson that General Scarden taught us. At the beginning of the ceremony, you heard mention of the question, how will you serve? General Scarden was asked to speak on this topic during the May 2012 dedication of Memorial Park, just across the way here. His remarks included a guide and perhaps even a challenge for each of us for how we should view our relationship with Clemson. Scarden noted that Memorial Park is dedicated to Clemson alumni in all professions, industries, and roles in society who have served to improve the quality of life and to protect our freedoms. And then he added this observation. He said, Clemson University is an extension of the vision of its planners and administrators and the talents and gifts of its graduates and friends. As an English professor, General Scarden chose his words very carefully. You'll note that he did not say that we are an extension of Clemson. He said that Clemson is an extension of us. Clemson does not define who we are as individuals nor the impact that we will have on the world, but rather we define Clemson's impact by how we as Clemson alumni use our talents and our gifts to help others and to make the world a better place. Students, we hope that each time you look at the Clemson ring on your finger from this day forward, you will recall General Scarden's story so that the ring will become a constant reminder and motivation to use your Clemson education, your Clemson experience, and your Clemson spirit to be of service to others wherever you may go in life. As we prepare momentarily to present to you your Clemson ring, I want to point out something that I think you'll find to be neat. We've talked a lot today, thus far, about the ring's rich history. In fact, the video we watched a little bit earlier talked about some of those design elements that help make our ring very special and help to make it stand out. When you walk across the stage here in just a few moments, inside the white box that you will receive, you will find a wooden box that actually contains your ring. Pay particularly close attention to that wooden box. You see, the wooden box that holds your ring was made from wood of trees that once thrived on our campus. These trees, many of which fell due to old and aging root systems, spent many years as the canopy of our campus that we all walked under at one time or another. May this box, as well as your ring, forever bring you fond memories of the special times that you've experienced at Clemson. Now, it's time to celebrate and recognize each of you as you join those who have earned the right to wear the Clemson ring. On behalf of your Clemson Alumni Association, and indeed the entire Clemson family, we applaud you for this impressive accomplishment. And now, without further ado, please allow the presentation of class rings to begin.
Madison Barrett, Zoe Abbey, Zachary Abels, Jacob Adams, Raleigh Adams, Parker Adcox, Mary Kate Addison, Raven Addison, Albert Addix, Garrett Agnew, Anna Aiello, Alana Allens, Omar Aguilar, Jason Albeck, Faith Aldridge, Jameson Alexander, Audra Allen, Justin Allen, Jada Allred, Ashton Altman, Lauren Amato, Addie Anderson, Ashley Anderson, Eleanor Anderson, Isabel Butler, Nathan Andes, Zane Andrews, Arleth Angeles Mendoza, Louisiana Arujo, Forbes Arbaugh, Wendy Arneberg, Robert Arnold, William Arrington, Connor Asbill, Claire Ashburn, Cooper Ashcraft, Catherine Ash, Catherine Askins, Parker Athern, Catherine Atkinson, Eliza Avent, Eva Ayala, Lucy Adelie, Harrison Babb, Bryce Bashore, Isabel Baghdadi, Chris Barr, William Bain, Marie Bakel, Erica Ballas, Brandy Baldus, Foster Baldwin, Molly Ball, Sydney Ballard, Aaron Ballantyne, Ashlyn Ballou, Jake Baranowski, Marissa Barbero, George Barbary, Ashley Barksdale, Kaylin Barlow, Coy Barnes, Sydney Barnett, Emily Barnett, Hannah Barnhart, Emily Barnwell, Hannah Barrett, Jacob Barrett, Mac Barrett, Elizabeth Barano, Catherine Barrington, Caitlin Bardis, Blake Bass, Skylar Bass, Cooper Bates, William Bates, Catherine Bayless, Madison Bean, Lauren Beatson, Emilio Becerra, April Beck, Leighton Becker, Sam Beckett, Jacob Biedenbaugh, Jonah Bednar, Jack Bednarick, Marissa Bigley, Patrick Belt, Maggie Bell, Trajan Bell, Brielle Bellamy, Jaharia Bellamy, Jack Belt, Aaron Benson, Andrew Berenson, Giselle Burnaby, Mason Bernard, Carter Bertram, Emma Louise Bingham, Hannah Binnicker, Ashley Ann Binns, Ella Bishop, Garrison Bishop, Gunnar Black, Owen Black, Christian Blackburn, Madison Blackburn, Cheyenne Blackwelder, Ashlyn Blakely, Danielle Blakely, Jacob Blaulock, Raquel Bletlinger, Alyssa Blosser, Samuel Blount, Alessandra Boffey, Tony Bogan, David Bacowie, Mary Boland, Paige Boland, Jenna Bolding, Thomas Bowling, Jenna Bond, Savannah Bonds, Abby Bonker, Reese Bonnet, Courtney Bonyai, Mallory Boardwick, Laura Bochetto, Emily Beaushaw, Megan Botts, Brianna Borganon, Bella Bowden, Brianna Bowen, Justin Bowman, Jackson Boyd, Kendra Boyd, Brianna Boykin, Maddie Bazone, Sarah Bradford, Benjamin Bradham, Garrett Brandt, Ainsley Brainson, Jake Brzezinski, Macy Breeden, Precious Breland, Aiden Bress, Morgan Brewer, Trevor Brewington, Sarah Brockman, Christopher Broom, Alex Brotherton, Brianna Broden, Ashley Brown, Ben Brown, Caleb Brown, Drayden Brown, Greer Brown, Jenna Brown, Mary Brown, Morgan Brown, Samuel Brown, Alden Broyles, Benjamin Brucker, Jack Bruffy, Bailey Brunelli, Lauren Buckwalter, Corey Buckley, Christopher Check, Emma Buell, Hunter Bullman, Katie Burchett, Sergio Burgos, Brian Burke, Kevin Burke, Cameron Burleson, James Burns, Michael Burns, Alina Burris, Scott Burris, Blake Busking, Abby Buskirk, Karina Busmani, Kaylee Butler, William Butler, Elizabeth Busby, Max Bilinga, Ella Cabe, Reagan Kadorit, Ellen Calder, Dayton Caldwell, Elise Calicti, Ross Calderon, Andrew Cameron, Katrina Campos, Layla Canada, Trevor Canaday, Ellie Cannon, Andrew Carpenter, Sam Carpenter, Ethan Carr, Sydney Carrera, Nicholas Carroll, Grace Ann Carsey, Catherine Case, Corinne Castelli, Angelina Cavallero, Emma Cervetti, Dylan Chamberlain, Melody Chambers, Lauren Champagne, Sarah Chandler, Bennett Charles, Emily Charles, Chris Charlton, Megan Chase, Tanner Chassero, Bryson Cheek, Calvin Churyantinsky, Ali Chavez, Emma Chin, Coleman Christian, Mahogany Christopher, James Serfalco, Sullivan Claire, Anna Riley Clark, Annika Clark, Ashley Clark, Emily Clark, Emma Clark, Lainey Clark, Liam Clark. Morgan Clark. Natalie Clark. Nicholas Clark. William Clark. Cassidy Clark. Kaylin Cleary. Miller Clement. Sydney Clifton. Graham Klein. Emily Close. Kira Clyett. Emma Coakley. Neil Coakley.
Rebecca Cobb. Grant Cohen. Justin Coker. Megan Coker. Sarah Coker. Sigourney Coker. Caleb Colgrove. Abigail Coleman. Emma Coleman. Casey Coleman. Shelby Coleman. Austin Colley. Emmy Rob Collier. Caleb Collins. Hannah Collins. Jordan Collins. Olivia Collins. Stephen Collins. McLean Connolly. Hannah Canary. Chandler Cook. Chase Cook. Sarah Cook. Savannah Cook. Callie Cook. DeAndre Cooley. Tyreek Copeland. Louis Copa. Christopher Corley. Georgiana Korn. Marilise Cornwell. Jacqueline Cortez. Chris Cost. Salvatore Costanzo. Casey Costello. Samantha Cotton. Elizabeth Coinauer. Allie Coughlin. Emmy Cox. Jenny Cox. Hudson Crabtree. Georgia Ann Craig. Julia Cribb. Lindsay Crick. Kelly Kreider. Margaret Crisologo. Olivia Crisologo. Claire Croker. Katie Crawfee. Michael Cromer. Katie Crone. Carson Crosby. Andrew Cross. Tyler Cross. Andrew Crawley. Jacob Crawley, Thomas Crawley, Maxine Quarto, Emily Colbreth, Clara Cullum, Bryson Cummings, Maria Cunane, Gabrielle Dadiego, Ginger Daly, Michaela Dallas, Mackenzie Daniels, Anna Durrell, Jessica Didero, Owen Doherty, Jackson Davenport, Blake Davidson, Samantha Davies, Alexis Davis, Blake Davis, Carson Davis, Jackson Davis, Kennedy Davis, Sophia Davis, Gil Davison, Andrew Dawkins, McCullough Dawsey, Grace Day, Katie Day, Diego Deonda, Ryan DeJager, Sydney Deaton, Audrey DeGroot, Sean Delani, Michael Del Ducetto, Jeremy Deller, Grace DeLoe, Clara Dentler, Erin Denmark, Grayson Dennis, Abigail Derrick, Julia DeSalvo, Anna DeStefani, Shannon Devlin, Mia DiPaolo, Bobby Dickey, Faith DeGennaro, Antonia Dicos, Carol Dillard, Abigail Dills, Nicole Denalo, Gina DiNicola, Rebecca Dinkins, Ethan Dockery, Colby Domel, Caitlin Doherty, Zach Dolan, Kaylee Dolan, Roman Dominguez, Danny Donadio, China Donald, Priyanka Donaparthy, Ben Doherty, Catherine Dorn, Allie Downing, Jared Downs, Bella Dragunov, Mary Draseco, Ellie DeBose, Caroline Dukes, Kendall Dumit, Isabel Duncan, Kelsey Duncan, Emma Dunlap, George Dunlap, Anna Dunn, Gabrielle Dunn, Katie Dunn, Anna Durfee, Olivia Durham, Evan Dwinell, Savannah Dyer, Troy Dabowski, Peyton Dye, Christina Eager, Matthew Early, Christopher Eastler, Mariah Easterly, Alexis Eckerson, Maggie Edelson, Virginia Edland, Elizabeth Edwards, Catherine Egan, Olivia Ironman, Ethan Isle, Jane Ekstrand, Brenton Elam, Ward Eldred, Luis Elizondo, Ashanti Elliott, Kate Elliott, Grayson Ellis, Amber Elmore, Caleb Elrod, Alex English, Max Efron, Annie Erbacher, Ryan Erminio, Rosanna Irvin, Hannah Edeker, Julia Eustace, Brandon Evans, Evs Evans, Amelia Evett, Dylan Foz, Lacey Foz, Tom Fail, Caroline Fair, Kate Fair, Brett Farley, Kyle Farmer, Hannah Farrell, Holly Farrell, Madeline Farshidmare, Zoe Fazio, Nate Feely, Olivia Felder, Andrew Felker, Francesca Farah, Megan Farrer, Zoe Feezer, Taylor Fields, Ashton Fink, Shanice Finley, Jerry Finney, Ashley Fisher, Rachel Fitzke, Emily Flanders, Morgan Flegel, William Fleming, John Floyd, Madison Flynn, Patrick Flynn, Catherine Forbes, David Forsman, Madison Fortin, Kendall Fortner, Mauricio Fortune, Megan Foster, Andrew Faust, Jaden Fowler, Sophia Fowler, McKay Francis, Jordan Frangipani, Diana Frank, Maddie Frank, Elizabeth Frederick, Kaylin Frederick, Robert Frederick, Reese Fredrickson, Connor Friedman, Amanda Fucci, Grant Fuller, Abby Fulmer, Emma Fulmer, Faith Fulmer, Madeline Gagné, Katrin Gagnon, Crystal Gaines, Kelly Gallagher, Matthew Galatano, Mary Grace Galloway, Charles Garby, Gabriel Garcia, John Gary, Danielle Garner, Olivia Garnett, Christopher Garrett, Samuel Geringer, Alex Garris, Emily Gaskins, Gabriel Gillespie, Emma Gogler, Morgan Gall, Stafford Gavin, Connor Gettings, Amanda Geisler, Claire Gendron, Greer Geddes, Campbell Gibbs, Kyla Gibson, Caroline Geese, Lauren Gilkison, Derek Gathercole, Caitlin Gilchrist, Lainey Gilmore, Jake Gilstrap, Sophia Ginsberg, Isabella Joffrey, Lauren Giordano, Rachel Gervin, Emma Given, Rachel Glynn, Grace Godwin, Bess Gulkin, Shadia Gonzalez, Carson Goudier, Audrey Goodwin, Elizabeth Bowen Gordon, Eli Gosnell, Samuel Gossett, Aiden Gao, Aaliyah Graham, Hartley Grant, Dina Graves, Megan Gray, Jenna Greco, Janelle Green, Jordan Green, Ben Green, Delaney Green, Maya Green, Evan Gregory, Savannah Gruwall, Caitlin Griffin, Casey Griggs, Lauren Grishaber, Grace Groke, Lauren Grooms, Jordan Guancione, Alexa Gubanich, Jana Gubanich, Israel Guerrero, Hayden Geyer,
Morgan Hackett, Samantha Han, Kate Hain, Adrian Hallbison, Michaela Hall, Ellie Hall, Grace Hall, Wyatt Hall, Zoe Hamby, Kyla Hammock, Cameron Hanna, Stephen Hannon, Nolan Hannis, Summer Harbert, Will Harbin, Megan Hardy, Amelia Harless, David Harmon, John Harness, Cameron Horoski, Anna Maria Harp, Maggie Harper, Matt Harrington, Breland Harris, Chelsea Harris, Grace Harris, Kelsey Harris, Connor Harris, Michael Harris, Shelby Harris, John Harrison, Preston Harrison, Valancy Harrison, Will Harrison, Cameron Hartford, Ainsley Hartman, Lexi Hartofelis, Ryan Rose Hatch, Jacob Havers, Abigail Hawkins, Ethan Hawkins, William Hawkins, Jonathan Hahn, Joshua Hawthorne, Austin Hazen, Ethan Hedgepath, Aaron Hedrick, Abigail Heaney, Britton Heeger, Braden Held, Ani Helton, Haley Hentnick, Michael Hensey, Sophie Herman, Brian Hermans, Jackson Hearn, Anthony Hernandez, Olivia Herman, Alexandria Hicks, Sebastian Hicks Kim, Naomi Higgins, Jalen Hill, JT Hill, Trayton Hill, Reagan Hiller, Amelia Hilton, Logan Hines, Miranda Hinkle, Alexin Hinson, Mackenzie Hinson, Emily Heiser, Catherine Hobbs, Jack Hobbs, Davis Hodgins, Davis Holcomb, Sydney Holland, Lindsay Hawley, Sadie Holliday, Ansley Hollingsworth, Reeves Honeycutt, Taylor Hood, Emma Hogue, McKenna Hoover, Caroline Hopkins, Austin Harris, Zachary Howard, Heather Howe, Micah Housey, Valina Rebar, Baylor Rebar, Nicholas Hubbard, Davis Hucks, Andrew Hudd, Elizabeth Hudgens, Connor Hudson, Sydney Huff, Laura Huggins, Allison Hughes, Rob Hughes, Peyton Huey, Coleman Hull, Parker Hundley, Chloe Shepard, Ethan Husong, Emily Hyder, AJ Alardi, Laura Infield, Ethan Infranco, Jesse Ngujado, Lawrence Innes, Sophia Ippolito, Katie Jackson, Evan Jackson, Lily Jackson, Peyton Jackson, Janique Jaime, Ellie Jansen, Hayden Josso, Louis James, Carly Jerebeck, Aldemar Jimenez, Brittany Johnson, Charsley Johnson, Justin Johnson, Kamora Johnson, Marin Johnson, Samantha Johnson, Zania Johnson, Catherine Joyner, Grace Jolly, Ben Jones, Kaya Jones, Aaron Jones, Jake Jones, Julian Jones, Stephen Jones, Pranathi Janala, Hunter Joplin, Ariel Jordan, Brandon Jordan, Luke Jordan, Raquel Jordan, Megan Joy, Zachary Jury, Zion Coway, Mary Kalin, Kaylee Kaminsky, Ruby Kenya, Allison Karamis, Ali Cargis, Lauren Casco, Sophia Kastenholtz, Emma Katovich, Ryan Kavanaugh, Karen Kay, Matthew Cagle, Kyle Keary, Ronald Keel, Raleigh Keenan, Olivia Keegle, Jenny Keglevitz, Samantha Kelly, Spencer Kelly, Carissa Kendall, Sienna Kent, Nicholas Kirschner, Evelyn Kahn, Lauren Kiefner, Hannah Kiley, Sam Kalinsky, Casey King, McKenna King, Micah King, Maddie Kirkman, Sarah Curvin, Casey Kaiser, Justin Kittrell, Dari Klar, Nash Claren, Eleanor Nealon, Jordan Koch, Mabry Kolb, Julia Kopek, Tammy Kraft, Grace Kramer, Waverly Creamer. Elizabeth Kuiper. Laurel Kunkel. Katie Curlfink. Cade Kersner. Courtney Kuzbel. Matthew Kyle. Megan Sheffy. Anna Sear. Sarah Capshaw. Samantha Gambert. Penny Douglas. James Bunton. William Blackston. Grant Berry. Sydney Keffer. Matt Garrett.
Good morning. I'm Jeff Duckworth, Chair of the Clemson Alumni Association Board of Directors. It's always an honor to participate in what I think is simply one of Clemson's greatest traditions, and that is our ring ceremony. Let's start by giving yourselves another great round of applause and congratulations. We hope you've picked up on one message today, and that is that when you leave here today, please have the understanding that wearing that Clemson ring comes with great responsibility. After you graduate, we encourage you to be a voice in your local community. We also hope that you'll be a voice for Clemson and dedicate yourself to service leadership here on campus and wherever you may go. As you've seen today, the Clemson ring is a very special part of who we are. There are many traditions surrounding this simple ring. One of the most significant of those is how you wear it. From now until you graduate, you should wear the ring with the C in your graduation year facing you. Keep this in front of you so you think about that ultimate goal, and that is for you to graduate. It also should serve as motivation to cherish and to make the most of your time left here at Clemson. Then comes the next part of the tradition, and that is when you graduate. Please have another alum, a family member, or a friend then turn your ring around and place it on your finger so that the C in your graduation year is facing outward. Having someone special do this for you is a reminder of those who have helped you get here today, supported you in accomplishing your goal of graduating from Clemson. Once you've graduated with your ring facing outward, everyone who sees it on your hand from that moment forward will know that you've graduated from simply one of the greatest universities in America. While this ring will serve as an introduction to others, your impact as an engaged and ever loyal Clemson alumnus will be determined by the good that you do with your Clemson education. To reinforce that point, the Alumni Association has a special gift for you today. As you see here, students, when you leave today in the tunnel, as you leave the ceremony, each of you will receive this challenge coin. We hope that you treasure it and that you'll keep it someplace where you see it often. And when you look at it, we hope that you'll think about those that came before you, the impact that others have had on your Clemson experience, and how you can have an even greater impact on future Tigers. On one side of the coin is the 1889 crest, including the Alumni Association's motto that says, "Ever Loyal." On the other side is the Alumni Association's Tiger Rag, and that challenging question that you've heard us say several times today, and that is, how will you serve? May your Clemson ring and your challenge coin constantly inspire you to answer that question in your own way, by using your Clemson education and your Clemson experience to make a positive difference each day in the lives of others in your local community and around the world. And may it also inspire you to stay connected to Clemson throughout all the stages and the milestones of your life. Be proud, be fierce, be ever loyal. Now, to our speakers and members of the stage party, to the Alumni Association, and to the alumni staff, thank you for helping us honor these wearers of these Clemson rings. Each of you spent many months planning this ceremony so that all of us could be here today. To our family members and friends up in the audience and our guests, it means a great deal to these students and to us that you were able to be here to celebrate this moment. And to those of you down here wearing those new shining rings, I can't pass up the opportunity to remind you that the Clemson Alumni Association is your lifelong connection to Clemson. As long as you stay in touch with the Clemson Alumni Association, we will keep you in touch with Clemson. I hope that you'll always remember Clemson and what it has done for you so that you can help future Tigers have the same Clemson experience that you have had. Now, as we close today's program, just a reminder to families and guests, please leave the arena the same way that you came in, through the same doors, and please do not come down to where the students are seated. To the students, you'll exit the arena the same way that you came in, through the loading dock, and when you do that, that's where you'll pick up your challenge coin from the Clemson Alumni Association and the Student Alumni Council. Best wishes from the Alumni Association as you approach graduation and to move to your next stage of your Clemson experience. Now please stand and join me as we sing the Clemson alma mater. Travel safely and go Tigers!